everybody, welcome. It's Kelly Anderson in A Story of Complicated Kindness. We are in our second month now for Equality doing our vlogs, and we have a lot of great conversations flowing. So thank you for everybody who's been putting in time, and as I've said before, Equality TV is only going to get bigger, so please keep with us. What I really want to talk about this week is the whole vision of A Story of Complicated Kindness. Somebody asked me what it meant, and I started following up with how I felt about it, and I realized that I never expressed that to you. So what I want to start with is just my creative vision for the whole process. A Story of Complicated Kindness, in my mind, is a play on words, because I've always thought kindness should be something that is second nature and not a problem for us, but the older we get and the more influences that affect us really take away that personality and that kindness factor that I think we were born with. Story of Complicated Kindness is kind of a tease on how difficult it is to be a good person, and it takes work, as does everything else. But instead of just saying simple please and thank you, we ignore or we go about our business, and I wanted to really stop that. So that's what I'm trying to do, is create challenges and start up dialogue that really tests our own beliefs and our own daily activities. I believe that in the end, you have to really be good for yourself, and it's kind of like a pay it forward system. And through this evolution, that's when we really make the difference. It doesn't just start with you. You have to really perfect who you are to help others. And so it's a constant process, but how do we get better at our jobs? We work hard and we move up the ladder. How do we become better at a sport? You continue to practice and you work out. It's always a schedule that you have to stick on, so why wouldn't we train our own hearts and emotions just the same? That is my attempt with this, and we'll continue to play around. What I really started thinking about what this project meant to me, I began to think of how easy it is for us when we're younger to be our true self. And when I mean that, not worry about other people and saving face and how we might be portrayed. We really just are these babies, these simple spirits who want to make our families happy, and it doesn't take much effort, and somehow down the line that changes. I don't know if it's language or media or culture or the community or the generation itself, but we really do shift into new people. Think about any time you see two children, age 2 and under, and they play with stranger kids, and they're attracted to someone who's similar to them, but they don't have to introduce themselves. They immediately start playing at the playground or create a game of house or, play duck, duck, goose. You don't have to feel each other out. You really just go with it. Babies kiss each other all the time just because their parents say, oh, give so-and-so and kiss, and it's so beautiful, it's lovely. Think about how we are. I'm 29. I would never do that to a stranger. I smile at strangers, but there's always that wall that we have to break through. And like I said, the older we get, the more this barrier that we put on ourselves, and it really limits the chemistry between people, and it restricts us from learning new cultures and stepping out of our comfort zone. For me, the story of complicated kindness is that evolution and the mystery that we fall into. What happens, and how can we be better people? How do we motivate ourselves to create a more positive, a bigger reality for ourselves? I think we have all the power. It's just important that we realize that we have the potential. So we have to train ourselves. I love the concept of pay it forward because it stops the second someone doesn't want to continue paying it forward. And if this is new to you, the concept is If someone does something nice for you, you go to a total stranger and do something completely different. So for instance, today I was just in the grocery store and there was a person behind me and he had one item and I had 10. So I said, do you want to go in front of me? And he smiled and was just like, oh, thank you so much. That's so great. And just that kindness, just doing one simple gesture, I really do hope that he can go out there and, let somebody in on the carpool lane. Don't rush. I don't know why people do that on the freeway. We're all going the same direction. Or, hold the door open for someone when he's leaving the same store. Whatever the case is, we have these acts, these simple acts that put people in a good mood. And you know what? I felt good just letting him go in front of me. Lately, I've been getting into this habit of leaving a parking meter, and a lot of times they don't have the coins anymore. So they have the ticket. And if I see someone pulling up, I try to give them my ticket, even if it's a half an hour. Even if it saves them a quarter and the trip is just the same. I feel better that I didn't just put money into the institution. I'm also helping someone have a simple and easier day. They don't have to dig through their wallet. They don't have to think about it. What if it's a quick trip they're going to and they have to pay $5 either way? I felt better about that, and I hope they pay it forward. So really, the story of complicated kindness is any way that you want to take it, but I just hope that we start motivating ourselves to be happier and realize that there's something bigger for us out there. So think of what that means to you. Feel free to comment back, and I hope to hear some great thoughts, and let's continue this journey together. Like I said, it starts with me, but it ends with you. Take care, everyone.